All right, yo, what's good? We are on the way to food pantry right now. I'm gonna take y'all with me to see this. It is honestly one of my favorite things that we do every single month. Literally thousands of families get fed every single time. Sometimes like 70, 80,000 pounds of food. Just crazy stuff that we get to do. We get to be a part of, and y'all gonna get to see it this time. I've mentioned it that's bright. I've mentioned it a couple of times to y'all, but this time you get to see it. So I'm excited. It's gonna be cool. And then after that, really honestly, today is kind of just prepping for something that I've been working really hard on all week and even last weekend. We're gonna do a night of prayer on campus here for college students, just kind of believing that maybe revival can spark up out of this. There's been a lot of movement and a lot of intention, I think, in our college age right now to come back to church and to get involved in church. And so we just kind of want to lay the platform for something great to happen. So I've been heading that up. I've been calling churches kind of all week, getting things together for this and planning everything out. A lot of people have a lot of questions on how, logistical stuff goes. So I've been kind of taking care of that, doing all of that, partnering with Addie to kind of make this thing happen. I think it's going to be something really sick. And yeah, so today will kind of be just like a lot of phone calls and stuff, but also food pantry, cleaning the apartment, all that stuff. So let's get started a little bit. Let's do it. Cool, so we're back at the apartment. Food pantry was great. I haven't gotten the final numbers yet. I know it was at least over like 150 to 160 volunteers. There's definitely a ton of cars and a lot of families. Like there were several cars that had over 10 families that they were picking up for and then delivering food to. So I'd imagine we were probably in like the thousands in people for sure. Maybe not that high of a number when it comes to families, maybe like 700, 600, something like that. But it was definitely a beautiful day. It's always one of my favorites because so many people from the church come together to serve and do all those different things. So I've been working on this prayer night for campus for a while now, a little less than a week, and I'm super excited for it. But there's still like small little stuff that I have to prepare for. And I need to contact a couple more churches to get some extra resources, some extra things, just get certain things set up. So I'm going to do a little bit of that, but I'm also really looking at right now, because I've been planning this week, this incredible event, this revival that I'm hoping is going to break out in Athens. I haven't been as focused on my socials as I'd like to be and on my personal brand as I'd like to be. So I'm really going to dive into today, for the rest of today, figuring out what that is for me, kind of restructuring a little bit probably, getting into my word, praying, writing stuff out, drawing stuff out, and just seeing what creative space I can kind of get into that would help me get more clarity and help me become more creative and more unique in how I portray myself on socials and what I do, because I always want to encourage and inspire in a great way. And that starts with me and understanding myself better and how God wants me to use my gifts to then inspire other people. So I'm going to do that today and focusing on that. It's Saturday, so college football's on, and I love to at least be able to like sit and have it on just because it feels like a rest day, even though really I do still do a lot of work and things like that. So I'm gonna chill out for a little bit. I'm gonna clean a little bit. I've got laundry going right now. You can probably hear it. It's probably like some humming in this. And finish cleaning up, doing some little stuff here and there, and then just gonna work on personal brand stuff. So pretty chill night, but still stuff that carries a lot of impact. And I think there's gonna be something really good that comes out of this. to help you guys kind of see how I'm structuring my personal brand stuff, my strategy behind that, and then also helping you guys do that for yourself as well. Alright, so it is Sunday afternoon, church this morning, did all the rebranding stuff last night, and it was kind of ironic. God just kind of took me right back to the very beginning of everything and just reminded me. It was a thing of, hey, don't overcomplicate this. Let's just do what we originally planned on. Let's let action be the answer to the things that we're fearful of, and let's just go on this journey. And it's so funny because I think I've kind of overthought the content thing for a while. Instead of just like, hey, do what you think is cool and do what's on your heart. I think more people just need to kind of adopt that strategy of, hey, this is what I love. This is who I am. Let me just post that. Like Justin Bieber's kind of killing that right now. I'm just like, hey, this is kind of me. This is what I do. And I'm definitely going to adopt that same approach for this stage of life. I'm doing something really cool this week on campus, praying with students, leading a night of prayer. And I've felt a lot of pressure on how to handle it, do it in the right way, make it as big as possible. And it's only been for the scale of other people seeing it. And I've had to figure out the way to combat that with the real gentle stance and heart of, God, do what you want to do with this night. And then let my drive come from a place where it's to see more people find you and be ignited for you. And when my heart shifted to that space, I got so many phone calls from pastors and from other leaders and from other people at church today. Just like this genuine sense of like, hey, thank you for believing in people. And thank you for trying to build something for people. And I definitely kind of lost track of that in my sense of who I am and my drive and what I want to do. I've always been someone that I care a lot about impressing people, and I care a lot about doing the best I can possibly do for myself and not taking shortcuts. And I think because of that, sometimes it's easy for me to lose the heart of things and instead get caught up in the ambition of things. And just like, hey, we could do this, let's go here, let's do this, let's do that, let's make this possible, let's add this next step, and do all these things when I just have to learn sometimes to be with God and let God shape and mold the things that He wants to shape and mold in my life and in an event and things like this. So I'm going to let you in on a little bit of my vision and what I'm chasing after right now. This clothing brand is moving. It is happening. And that is something that's very real for me. That hasn't been real for a while. And it's so cool to see and so cool to be a part of, especially coming back to it after really having some problems and really having some troubles with other people, with myself, having to heal and learn myself again. How do I create well now, 2 years later, on making designs and making tech packs? What have I learned in the last 2 years that's changed my approach? That's changed who I am. It's almost like I'm creating totally differently now, from a whole new lens and a whole new sector of Christ remolding me, reshaping me into something new and something different. And I'm so excited to really expose that more through the creative process and what that looks like, to see the beauty of Christ through me and the way that that is reflected through the products that I create. And I'm so excited to get to share it with you guys on the side of giving you the product, selling the product to you. And then from there, the storytelling and the life-changing moments and the culture and the ministry that's going to come from this. I don't think I've really talked deeply into deeper than a clothing brand what this is, but just know it's something for that upstream person that's willing to stand in a stream that goes one way and stand up for who they are, not afraid to be themselves, not afraid to stand up and say who Christ is, at the same time as just knowing confidently the person that you are and letting that confidence and that courage help you create and withstand the pace of life, withstand the pressure of everything else, and instead just be you and be what you're called to be. So it's going to be really cool to see this journey kind of start. At first, it's going to be very simple, and I think that's something God's put on my heart for right now, is I have this big vision of where it's going to go and the millions of lives, billions of lives that it's going to change. But right now, I don't need to overthink those things. I just need to create and let God make the path and the way. And hopefully you're beginning to see that in your life too. I'm sure a lot of you have big dreams. This brand, my content, is curated for the people who have big dreams and people who know God has put something deeper on their heart than maybe what they're sitting in right now. And what I'll tell you is you are sitting right where you need to be to see that dream come to pass. And it's just you allowing God to make those steps, to make those things happen, when you'll begin to realize and see those dreams come to life. I'm seeing a version of myself rise up right now that I have not ever seen before. And it's someone who's far more organized, cares a lot more about people, and someone who is so methodical and well thought out. And that might sound prideful coming from me talking about myself, but that's coming from people noticing that in me, that have known me from a long time. And it's just so cool to see that, knowing that the person 2 years ago was extremely ambitious, but was so caught up in ambition that really nothing else mattered. And now I found that balance, and I figured out who I am inside of this. God has painted the picture and helped me remind myself every single day of what that picture looks like, what that painting looks like when He's painting my life every single day, and He's making the beautiful art that I'd call my story. I now have a finished image for Christ to show me and just be like, hey, this is where you went wrong. This is who you were. But guess what? This is who we are now. And let's run and let's do this thing together. And the beauty of that journey, the beauty of that process, it hurt. It was hard. It was painful. But at the same time, every bit of pain is worth what I'm seeing now. And so I'm excited in the next video to show you a little bit of that product with this prayer night that we're doing here on campus, and then continue to show you this product through my content and through this brand. We're reaching a different phase now, and I'm really, really excited for it, letting God shape and mold every single phase and going from one phase to the next. So go into that in your life and search out what that is for you. What is God wanting to change in you right now to see a different phase come to life, to see a different person, a different you come to life? That's the you He originally designed. So that's my call to action in this moment, is come to life. Come to terms with who you really are. Be vocal about who you really are, and watch God reward it, and then watch God help you shift it and change it and remake it. I love you. This is the end of the video. God bless you. Peace.